And now, another hour of the greatest hit music around the world.
You're with me, Zoe Green, for Blues and Beyond. We've got Berti and Melvin Hancox in the studio from Vincent Flat's Final Drive. How you doing, guys?
Great.
Bit
early, but
Far too early in the morning for you people, I know, and me, actually. We're playing some of your influences today, and we're going to be having some live music from you. Just going back to some of the songs we've been playing from the start of the show. I can't pronounce it, Berti, so you're going to have to help me out. Henrik Frischleder?
Oh, Frischleder.
Frischleder.
Yeah.
Nice accent.
It's Deutsch. It's very good, yeah.
Point of view. So why did you choose that one?
I just like it. I just like that style of... it surprised me when I saw the name. I thought, no, this is going to be a bit like, you know... But it weren't. It was like... It's the style of music I like. It's that funky, sort of West Texas-y type of, you know, sexy, dancey sort of music. The girls love it.
Just uplifting.
Yeah, uplifting, yeah.
Anything
like,
that the girls love.
Could almost be Jesus.
I feel a hymn.
And then after that we were listening to Anthony Gomes, or is it Anthony Gnomes, Blues in Technicolor. Is that one of yours?
Yeah, it's one of his.
Okay.
But it's just, I just like that sort of stuff. When you said get a list of stuff together, it was just, I thought, well, I'm not going to go, well, I like that because I just like it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so you get a flavour of, you know, where we're at and what we do.
Cool, okay.
I always like my blues in Technicolor.
Yes, it's the best way to have it, I find.
Always.
And then moving on to Taj Mahal, Estates for a Blues. And the next song that we've got coming up is Stone the Crow's Penicillin Blues. We'll be back with the guys pretty soon.
Maggie Bell.
Joe Louis Walker, Too Drunk to Drive Drunk. Tell me about that, Berti.
Without incriminating myself, I have been there a couple of times, Too Drunk to Drive Drunk, and but we won't talk about that. Can we talk about something else?
Yes, so let's talk about the song before that, Stone the Crow's Penicillin Blues.
Stone the Crows. Early days when I was much younger than I am now. Was they used to do all-nighters at Birmingham University on the Bristol Road, and that's when student unions were good, not as they are now, like most things.
Back in the old days.
Yeah, but am I sounding like me dad? Aren't
Yes, you are.
Anyway, and we went down. We were down there. Me and my mate were down there, you know, because there was a it was a commercial thing we were looking at the time.
Right.
And we were selling pamphlets and stuff.
This is with your old band, the Starfighters?
Oh no, way before then. This is when...
Going back in history, folks.
Back in history, this is when I think my daughter was about 2. And I couldn't handle working in a factory and selling nefarious substances wasn't easy.
Berti was your age then, Zoe. Okay,
Good Lord.
Oh, no,
He's that old now.
Young.
Then I was, how old was I then? I was 20.
Okay.
And a band called Stone the Crows were playing. And I had my hand in my pocket because I was holding on to the goods. My mate was around there selling, and all of a sudden things started getting strange. And on walked Maggie Bell. She sashayed on left-hand side of the stage, man, and sang like that, and I just fell in love with her.
Maggie Bell was on a student union gig.
And
Naughty Scottish girls on stage at the Students' Union while I'm off my head. Oh,
she was his lysergic vision.
Maggie Bell, I almost left the wife.
You've not gotten over it since, by the sounds of it.
No, I mean, and her voice anyway.
Great singer.
Like I was saying earlier, I mean, you know, she's like all the great women singers have got up that. They've got up that gravel. Well, it's mean. It doesn't matter who they are, whether they're women, men, you know, African spear chuckers. It doesn't matter. They've got to have that feel.
It's got to come from the gut, hasn't it?
It's got to come from them.
Yeah.
You know, and like I'll always remember me. Who was it? When I was 6. My music, my vocal coach, I had one at 6.
Blimey.
She was about 6'3". She was the teacher that taught English, and she dressed in jet black, brilliantine hair, and she looked after the choir. And she gave me the best piece of advice I ever had being a singer. Project, boy!
Good Lord. If that deafened anybody out there, I hold nobody responsible. You're not responsible for that, Bertie. So don't go suing the station. Let's listen to the next song by the Allman Brothers. This is called Whipping Post.
Good choice. Yeah.
Zoe Green.
Michael Caton, Rip It Hard. We've got Bertie and Melvin Hancox in the studio. Tell me the story that you were just telling me whilst we were off air.
Oh yeah, about the last track, a guy called Michael Caton. If you've never heard of him, Google him or whatever you have to do with your new non-steam powered equipment. But this guy is great. He turned up. I used to do sound at an old Birmingham pub called the Breeding Bar in Cottridge.
Legendary place.
This guy, but his agent rang up and said, "This guy's got a night off. He just wants to rehearse some numbers. Can you stick him in there?" And we went, well, "How much does he want?" And it was like, "No, you do it for nothing." He turned up, played, set up. There was me, the guy that run the pub, the sound man, and a mate. There's 4 of us in this room that held 200 people, and he played for 2 hours to 4 of us.
Brilliant.
Get to listen to the guy. He's great. Oh, he's just, you know. In fact, the first time we heard of him, it was we were doing a couple of his numbers, and he did an interview with somebody on radio, and he said, "Oh, Vincent Flats, ain't them the guys that play my music better than me?" And since then, and after that, for about 2 years, we used to meet on the circuit. He's a very prolific. He works all over the place. And I used to get up with him and sing with him, and he's just a great guy. Please listen to him. Please buy as many of his albums as you can.
He's on commission, can you tell?
No.
We'll get out there, we're going to have a listen to some of his stuff. So you're saying he's been dry for 20 years, but all his songs are about drinking?
Well, not all of them, but most of them. Motorcycles, drinking and women.
It's rock and roll. And the song before that, Little Feet, Spanish Moon, you were telling me a story off there about that.
It's just a great song. I like. I heard
the horn section.
The horn section. Oh yeah. For those of you who if it is new to your Little Feet, I mean, I know it must be a lot of old Zimmer frame people out there. But if you have never heard Little Feet, again, Google it. Listen. There's a brass section that is on there called the Tower of Power Horns, and they're just, again, they're great. And I wish you would leave the mics on when we're talking between tracks.
I know, but then people won't be able to hear our lovely adverts, and there'd be all kinds of complaints, wouldn't there? No. I'm getting amazing stories from these guys whilst we're off air, and then saying, "You've got to say this on air," and then we forget what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, mainly because it's what time is it?
Well, it's far too early. I think we're into the afternoon, so you can start.
Oh, that's okay. Well, no, it's just halfway down the Tennessee tonic. So
they came and played with you, this horn section. They came to your gig after.
Oh no, I'd love to. I was working with Huey Lewis, doing lights, rigging, flying up in the air, and they used to send me to go and get the brass section, because the band used to come on. They used to do 3 or 4 numbers, and then they'd go and get the band. But I'd go and get the band, knock on the door, and you'd open. It was like somebody had a Cheech and Chong, big billows of smoke, and they'd all come out dancing in a line. These boys, and they go, "Stage, boys," and it'd be like the elephant's trunk towards the stage. And Huey Lewis would go, "Ladies and gentlemen, now would you please welcome live on stage, all the way from the far side of the East Bay in San Francisco, the Tower of Power Horns." And these boys are going. And it was like, I've worked a lot of years doing rock and roll. I've worked for a lot of not such good acts, but I used to go out every night and watch these guys, mate. They are just stunning.
Just blew you away.
Oh, blew me away, mate. They were just stunning. Stunning!
Getting very excited in the studio here. I'm going to have to calm him down. Well, for those guys that don't know, the boys that I've got in the studio, please go out and get educated, quite frankly. But we've got Melvin Hancock, so let me talk to you about the band that you're in now with Bertie, and where you've come from.
Final Drive,
exactly, yeah, and what you were doing before that, and how you came to be in this band.
Well, I mean, we started the band 24 years ago, Steve and I.
Wow.
With the original rhythm section, you know. And it actually occurred I was asked to be a musical supervisor for an American singer who came over called Robert Trimmew III, as I remember.
Titled.
There's a name. And to put a band round him, and I've just met Spence and John, the original rhythm section, so I thought, well, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened with him, really, the American guy. It all drifted, so we thought, well, we'll try it as a three-piece. We didn't like our singing. And Spence said, I used to work with Steve in the Starfighters.
Right.
And here we are, really, all these years later.
Thanks to that.
Yeah, it's all thanks to
It's
Spence.
all thanks to that.
You like that?
And you've got your own band going on the side as well, so...
Well, I don't know which one's on the side, really. I mean,
right.
Absolutely. I'm a working musician.
Yeah.
So, but I started writing things that didn't really suit Vincent Flatt's music.
Okay.
You know, that style of things.
Oh, Trevor.
Oh. And so I got my own band together, and it's still together, and we keep rolling on.
Going
baby.
strong. Well, you recently had a lineup change because I've seen some new musicians. You've got Ray on drums, is that right? And
that's right, Ray Richmond and Matt Little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Curtis Little's son, another Birmingham legend. You know,
the whole
Curtis.
family's super talented, aren't they? It's
Absolutely.
just entirely unfair.
Ray, the old Anson Beast drummer.
That's right, yeah.
Used to be my old blues band when I was a kid. Ray
Really?
lived opposite me. I used to see the state of him every morning, and that was my first education in rock and roll, really.
Was that Ray or?
Ray Richmond.
What was the Huey Green show?
What?
Up Knockety Tunes or something.
Up at Knockety Tunes,
Yeah.
yes, it.
He was on that as well, Ray was. He was telling me he was on Upper Knockety Tunes
When he
as
was
a
a lad?
child. Yeah, when he was a lad.
Oh.
Ray Richmond, yeah.
Apparently his dad came up with the catchphrase 180 on the darts programme, you know, Bullseye. He coined that phrase and never got any
was
any
his
credit
dad?
for it. That was his dad.
180! I have to say that next time we see him play.
He'll love you for it.